Miss Priyadarsani, it's not easy for me to join joint live. Hi, Facebook and YouTube. Thanks a lot for joining in. As you know, I come here every Sunday and Wednesday to have a talk with you all. You can ask me any question from birth to death. That's what I keep saying. Literally any question. Many people are requesting me for a video call. Guys, I'm based over here, so I can't do video call. So I try to understand that if you need to come video call, you need to join my Zoom later. Many people have told me to stay on Instagram and not to go on Zoom. So I'll be trying my best to staying on Instagram and not going on to Zoom, right? I'm going to be there on Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook. These are the three places I'm going to be there. Put your questions in the question comments for Instagram people, and put your questions on the comments column for Facebook and this one. Hi, Sporty Manavi. Thanks a lot for joining in. And whoever's showing all the interest, feel free to ask me any questions in the questions section. Hi, Chandan. Thanks a lot for joining in. Who else? Yeah, so many people are joining in. Feel free to ask. I'll just give 5 minutes. So I'll just give you a couple of ideas of what's happening. As you know, I'm working on an India tour. So if you're interested to do a session, last time, unfortunately, the picture was upside down. So now I have the right picture for it. Where's that? Where did it go? So now that'll be fine. Oh, this is small. So yeah, I don't think you can actually see it. So I'm going to be there in these many places, which is London, Lucknow, Delhi, Chennai. These are the places I'm going to be there. But unfortunately, I had to compress it for that. Never knew that. So again, new experience every time. So let me go to the question section. Many people are requesting on that. Okay. First question I'm getting is, sir, I have exams from tomorrow and feeling nervous. If you have exams, you shouldn't be sitting in the show right now, because if you sit in the show, it's more dangerous for you, right? Now, why are you nervous about it? Somewhere around, you didn't study the way you have to study. If you didn't study the way you have to study, chances are it will work against you. That is point number one. Second thing you got to understand is, why are you feeling nervous? Is it because you're worried about your result? Is it because you're worried about your future? Is it because you're worried about whatever is that bothering you? And you have a fake expectations of what things can happen and what changes can happen. These expectation also brings more nervousness into the system, because that is one thing. So Facebook and YouTube, if you have any question, you can ask me in the comments column and I will take it, and Instagram on the question section and I will take it. There'll be anything about life, about positivity, anything from birth to death. That's what I say. So I hope, Fazula, I have given you an idea, a little bit of the exam things. So first of all, you shouldn't be sitting online. You should be focused on studying right now, because that is the most important thing you got to do right now. So feel free to get that cleared off, right? Next question from Machine Lover 78865. Hello, sir. I get so much disturbed when I'm doing one thing. Can't focus on one thing. So it's more revolved around focus. It's more revolved around the attention which you're giving. So if you really look at it, why is the disturbance happening? For example, let's say you're studying, right? You're studying ABCD, 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 ABCD. That's what you're studying. But my question here is, your focus is shifting to something else from ABCD. Now, why this shift is happening? Many people tend to think that the shift is happening because somewhere you tend to think that you are having of some other thing which is more important than ABCD. It could be your mother, it could be a celebrity, it could be a movie, it could be partying with your friends, it could be a birthday, marriage, ages, other things. So it is not that you're disturbed from one thing, it is your concentration or focus shifting from one thing to another thing. For example, you have a favorite celebrity. So when the celebrity's movie comes out, you're studying, you start to think about your study. Slowly, what is going to happen? You're going to move yourself to the actor's thought process, and that is what your focus is going on. Now, why focus is not coming now? Do you have any focus issue on your birthday? I'm very, very sure that most of you will be celebrating most of the time without any issues, no distraction there, because birthday is important. So same way, whatever is important, you will never be disturbed. Whatever is not important, you will be disturbed. For example, you have the most favorite movies actor coming in. There what happens is, your mother is in the hospital. You can't concentrate properly. If you really love your mother, you can't concentrate properly in whatever way it is. So think it from that point of view, and that's how you figure it out. I hope, Machine Lover, You got the answer. Next question I'm getting from Siddharth ADEB. So, how to take a decision? Now, decision, there's three factors, right? First factor is the choice, right? Every decision we have two choices. Choice A. It can be a couple of more choices also. Now, if it has choice A and choice B, the next question you would ask is, how do I take a decision if I need A or B? And then the third question you're going to ask is, which is right for me? So these are three questions. Now, if you had to take a decision of which college you got to go, let me give a very good example. Guys, whoever wants to ask a question, please ask in the question section in the Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Ask in the comments column on what you're looking for. Now, next question you could ask me is, these are the three discussions on that. So first thing is, I got to choose college A, college B. So what you got to do first? College A, this is the placement, this is the teachers, this is the professor, this is the alumni, this is the these are the syllabus. Can I do the syllabus or not? Is it interesting? All that investigation. Second college, same thing, placement, blah 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 blah. Complete organize the comparison you should do. Then when you compare everything, pro and con, you will come to know, yes, this is much more important for me. After that, which is much more important for me, then what you got to do is, you got to see if I can do or not, which means, am I close to the college? Will my parents allow? Do I have the help to do it? Do I have the capacity to learn all these tough, complicated subjects or not? All these things have to be considered. Once this consideration is done, next thing what you got to do is, can I do it or not? If you can do it, the decision is clear, the truth has come out. Most of the time you can't decide is somewhere around you have limited information about both the options which you have. When you have more information, naturally you are going to know how to decide. I hope I've answered that question. Next question is Sporty Manaveri. How to overcome low score in competitive exam like NEET? How to overcome low score is to study. Because if you don't study, naturally, you are going to get impacted from regardless of whatever it is. Now, your question is, I got already a low score and how to overcome it, or I'm going to get an over score. How? Generally, from your question, it seems that you already got a low score in the competitive exam, and now you have to know how to overcome it. First thing is study. Make sure you study much more better than the last time what you did. Find out what is the reason why you scored less. Don't blame people, don't blame the organization, don't blame the system, don't blame anyone for that failure. Make sure, Siddharth says, thank you. All thanks to God for that. He got his answer. Now, make sure you find reasons as to why you failed and how can you get higher marks next time. Focus on that, because most of the focus don't go on that. Most of the focus will go on what? I failed because of this person. I failed because of my parents. I failed because of these issues. I got low score because of that. You're blaming other people for that low score. If you want to overcome it, first blame it on you. I'm the one who got the low score. Now, how can I build up from that? And that's how you got to work it out. I hope I've answered the question. Sporty. Pavan Kalyan is doing hard work and getting normal hike, same like others who don't work, not happy with work. Doing hard work, getting normal hike, same like others who don't work, not happy with work. First of all, Pavan, don't even bother if other people are working or not. Don't even bother if what you're, who are playing politics and whoever is not. Your job is to do the work in the best possible way. If you are working, your boss will see, or some other, his boss will see and give you the promotion, or his boss will see and he will take you through. So, my whole life at the age of 18, I started working. I worked and studied my whole life, right? So I understand deeply what you tend to mean, but then don't focus so much about the hike. Keep working hard, show your performance, and doesn't matter other people are performing or not. But the other thing what you got to understand is also, if other people are not performing, still getting recognized, then maybe you got to perform somewhere else much more better based on your personal dream or your interest or some other job which would give you that hike which you're looking for. So first thing is, if you're in the learning process, work. If you're matured enough, which is, you reach in your 30s or 35s or in your 40s, then you've got to think that, okay, I've been given so much and still there's no return. Then you got to change job or find work. But then what happens is, when you compare, there is a big problem. So please stop comparing. Go and do what you're doing. Go and do the hard work, but make sure people are being noticing your hard work. Your boss is noticing your hard work. Doing a performance appraisal, talk about your hard work, so that at least people know about your hard work. And then leave rest. Let the people sit and enjoy. Let them do what their stuff. Am I learning? Am I giving my best? And that's all matters, right? If you don't get promoted, but then you have a negative vibe, then you got to be understand that it's not going to work for you. Next question is coming from Simran Kaur 4508. Sir, I'm confused between two things: going abroad, preparing UPSC. What should I do? Now, first of all, many people have this fantasy of going abroad, right? So the first thing is, I don't know where you want to go abroad, Simran. If you can tell me which place, then I can have a little more idea of what you're looking for with regards to abroad. Now, why are generally in people in India want to go abroad? Yes, they want to have a great life, but most people go abroad is because they're frustrated with the Indian system, or they're frustrated with what's happening in India. They're frustrated with the family. They're frustrated with their friends. Some of the frustration will be there. So that is the one reason why most of the people leave a country and go to another country. It is not the career point of view. It is not that. Generally, what I have seen. Now, the second question is preparing for UPSC. Why do you want to do UPSC? Is it because you want a stable job? If you genuinely want to contribute to the Indian system, is it just because you just want to have a fixed salary coming regardless? My voice is not coming. Is there a problem? Guys, just want to understand. Are you listening to me? I got just a message from what's her name? Kaur 584 that my voice is coming. Can someone say thumbs up if my voice is coming? If not, thumbs down, so I understand that, right? So, my voice is coming, yes or no? Someone say yes. Okay, Piyush is saying yes, so that's fine. Abhi aa gaya. Okay, so I don't know what happened in the middle. So yeah, so back to that. Now, preparing UPSC, the first question you got to understand is why UPSC? Because if your why is not very clear, again, you will be confused. So first question is why abroad? Why UPSC? What is in UPSC compared to abroad? Can I live all alone without my parents? Can I live all alone with all the finance? Maybe your father might take loan, your father might various other things. Can I do the commercial benefit analysis of which is better for me? Or is best to stay next to home, in home, do UPSC, get through UPSC and get it through? So think it from that perspective. You're confused because you're taking information from a third person or the fourth person trying to achieve that. Stop doing that. Confusion comes limited information. Something you have limited information. Go and find the information, the confusion will go. I hope I've answered the question. What's this? Thank you, sir. I also got my last explanation question. Okay, all thanks to God. Oh, thanks a lot, Sporty, for putting in the questions on that. So yeah, good she got to get the answer. Next question. Hi, Lifeline Himashi. Thanks a lot for joining in. Love 78. Sir, how do you understand a topic? I'm studying a subject. What should I do? Understand the topic. First of all, the interest of the topic is very important. Interest of the topic means why am I learning this and how is it going to actually benefit me in some form or other? Because the interest is not very clear. Generally, what happens is that focus will never come. Now, the next question, what you got to see is why that topic is not interesting to me, because there'll be many reasons. Maybe it's tough. Maybe you don't understand your background. Maybe you don't understand what you studied previously. Maybe you don't have any connection of why that subject is not thing. So that's the other thing. Now, the thing is, different topics have a different way to study. Mathematics should be written and studied. Computer science should be written and studied. History should be studied as a story. If there is theory, you should study, understand the concept and see how you can relate it. If it is a theorem, you need to write and understand the concept. Now, if it's accounting, you should know the basic, like what they say is, what is that? The golden rules of accounting. So all these things has to be understood. So then only you will understand the topic, because sometimes the topic will be easy, but you don't understand the core behind the topic, then it becomes difficult again. So I don't know which subject you're talking about. If you can tell me which subject, it will be much more easier. I can. That's it. I'm done with all the questions. See, this is good, man. I can finish the show in just 15 minutes now. So that's good. So feel free to ask your questions in the question section. I know it's difficult to type. Many people are sending me a request on joining my, can I come live with you? Harshit, yes, you can come live. But what happens is, like, come on. Like, yes, last session when I came, I told many people who want to come on Zoom. No one turned up. to come on Zoom, because that's the only way I can come live with you people. But you got to wait, or else you got to wait when I do my India tour or the UK tour. That time I'm going to come live and you can join live with me. So you have to wait for 2 weeks if you want to join live with me on Instagram. The other option is I can, oh, I can, so what is called? Subject is okay, machine level. Subject is computers integration management. I really have very less insight on that language, but at the end of the day, if it is computers, you should really focus on what is that you want to get out of this subject, and knowing this topic, how it's actually going to help you. Now, for example, if I tell you you should know this medicines quite very well and have to eat this medicine every day, I'm sure you're going to by heart the medicine properly. If I tell you if you don't eat the medicine, you'll go to die. So if I talk about death, you will eat the medicine properly, you will remember the names and whatever it is. So the interest comes not because of the reason behind it. The interest doesn't come because you have to learn it. The interest normally comes by the reasons behind it, why you have to learn. When you have the reason, the interest will automatically come. I hope I've answered that question. That's it. I'm done with all the questions. Guys, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whoever is listening to me, if you want to ask your questions, Instagram on the question section and Facebook and YouTube in the comments column, and I will answer, right? So as you know, I'm doing an India tour, June, July, August. So if you want to arrange a session anywhere, it's your call, your wish. As you know, I always do all my sessions as a giving back to the community. If you want to arrange it, message me. You all know the dates. It's there in my story. If you're interested, we can work it out and do a session anywhere in India. That's what I keep saying. But anyways, more questions. My job gets done for today. I really love it. I'm done with most of the questions. As I said, you can ask me any question from birth to death, and feel free to ask any question from birth to death. What is bothering you? What is irritating you? What you're getting frustrated for? Anything of that sort. If you have, ask. If you don't have, or if you want to ask on behalf of your friend, if you want to call, now Facebook, YouTube, whoever is listening, share it on your page. If you think it's going to help someone else asking a question, I'm there, right? Siddharth is putting a question in the comments column. 1 second, let me ask a question in the questions section, and then I will reply to Siddharth's question. Pawan, Siddharth, put your question on the question section, please. How to maintain good relationship with teammates? Sometimes we get frustrated on something. Now, teammate is a very temporary set of people coming together in order to achieve a certain goal. That is called teammate. Now, there are different teams you have. You have teams who support you. There are teams who just sit and do nothing. There are teams who motivate you. There are teams who just, impress your boss in the best possible way. First thing first, what is the team's goal? Is the whole, people really focused on the team's goal or not? Because if the whole team is not focused on the goal, the company is not going to go or the team is not going to reach anywhere. So you should have a very common goal. That should be very clear. And the second part is sometimes you got to help your thing in certain way, that slowly what happens is you have to perform. And when you perform, two things will happen. Either the other people who don't perform will step back, or they see you performing and they see a threat and you go faster. So that's the other thing. The third thing you got to understand about teams is there will be politics regardless. But then everyone will work if you tap on their right part of their emotion, which means sometimes a girl won't be working because there's some emotional issue going on. If you help her solve that emotional problem, she'll perform. Now, there'll be other friend whose parent has passed away. Now, if you understand the parents have passed away, you have to build up the relationship at that level so that they also start performing. Frustration comes because you are expecting something from your team. You do your best, see how much you can contribute to your team, and then go forward. Sometimes the whole team will fail because of one person, but then that's the future of the team, right? So first of all, different people have different problems, different people have different tricks, different people have different systems, different people have different culture, belief. So there's many factors in the team. But then the ultimate culture and the objective should be the goal of the team. If that is not very understood for people, then you're asking for trouble. I got a question on YouTube from Ria Verma. Every small problem, I start crying, even in small fights. How to control myself not to cry? Now, I don't know, Ria, what really action happened in your life, into your past, because if you have to find out one thing first is, You got to go into your past. And when did this crying behavior start? Is it age of 5? Is it age of 6? Age of 10? Where is the actual crying issue start? Normally, people cry because they are in a situation where they think that they can't do the things which they can actually do. So when they are in that situation, they can't control their emotions to act or hit or to react. And when they feel helpless is when they cry. Now, for every small thing, every small fight, first thing is, why do you go into fight? If it's a small fight is making you cry, don't get into the fight. That is the first thing. Because if you get into the fight, you know you're going to cry. So I need to know more about Ria. I don't know, Ria, if you want to message me on Instagram or WhatsApp, that'll be the best way to discuss this, because a very personal problem, it seems like that. Personal problems, normally I go, one-on-one, so it actually helps the people. Next question I got is, so Ria, if you can share me some more information with that regards, I will take it, right? Let me take one question on Instagram and then I will come to YouTube. Where's Instagram? There's tons of questions on Instagram which has come now. Priya Gupta, you're saying yes, sir, for what actually? Harshit, sir, I'm actually not getting how to make my mindset and type of friends in the college. First of all, Harshit, friends are very temporary, right? Friends comes and goes with life, right? Don't think that friends are forever. It's a scam if you tend to think that, sir, my nature, my Maya of nature, everything okay? So anyways, I saw a very strange comment, so that was the reason I asked. So actually, I'm not getting how to make mindset and try to friends in the college. First of all, don't focus so much on friendship. In your college, you're there to study. You are there to make an impact in your life. You're there to make a career. You're not here to make friends. Get this point very clear. So when you start focusing on that, you are in that mindset. Mahendra is saying long time. Yes, long time now. Every Sunday and Wednesday, 8 p.m., I'm going to come for the rest of my life. It's a promise I've given to the world, provided I'm not committed with some other thing, right? So yeah. So first of all, focus on your dream, and whichever friend supports your dream, they are good friendship. Whichever will pull you out of your dream is not a friendship. And that's the first mindset if you really want to understand and start working on that. Let me take a question from Suferet Blue. Friendship between boys and girls are good? Question mark. My question reply is, first thing is, Manjeet sir is saying, how are you? I'm doing very good and positive, Manjeet. Thanks a lot for joining in. So next question from Blue is, friendship between boys and girls is good. Yes, friendship between girls and boys are good until you're friends. Right? Many girls and boys, you talk, and slowly move into best friends. Then generally what happens is you become best friends. Slowly you talk. When crisis happens into your best friends, then you will slowly say, let's go fall for love. And then you cross that friendship line. The problem is, the more a girl and a boy talk to each other, there are chances. I'm not saying it will happen. There are chances when some of each other breaks down, you will come and the love will start to suppress that and cover it up. So most of the friendship generally between girls and boys, when a crisis happens, will move into love or something around that sort. That is the only problem. If you are genuine good friends and don't have any feelings as love or something around that, the friendship is good. But generally what I've seen, after a girl and a boy becomes best friends, there are chances is generally they will fall into love next. Because I've talked to 70% of the girls and boys who have came to me with a relationship issue, with a girl breakup or a boy breakup. And most of the people started with love and not started with friendship, and then they got into love. So be very careful that way. As long as you are genuine friends, there is no problem between girl and boy. But make sure you don't cross it, because 70% of the girls and boys do cross it. So that is why society generally says it's not good for girls and boys to become friends. I hope, Blue, I've answered to your question from YouTube. Thanks a lot for that. Maitra wants, my passion is athlete, but some family reasons I search job, but I can't give 100%. I feel confused. If your passion is athlete, the first thing is, Maitra, you got to understand here is there a future in your career of being an athlete? Because I don't know how old are you plus, so that makes it very difficult for me to decode. But the first question you got to ask is how's my future as an athlete? Do I have a career? Do I have a good coach? or is it just a school interest or a college interest which you think that is your passion? Now, your passion is athletics, then you can run anytime. When you're working, after the work you can run, practice yourself, that's not a problem. So if it is passion, what I normally say is something which you love to do regardless you get paid or you don't get paid. So when you start thinking from that point of view, naturally the clarity will come, because many passions might not have a future, but then you can be an athletic coach by training yourself, by having all the skills which you have, so you can get that job, work on, go for courses on nutrition or athletic nutrition or athletic training or whatever it is. There's many certified courses around the world. Go that, do that training, free time, and then obviously you create that career which you need to do, and then work it out from there, right? I hope, Maitra, I've partially given you the answer. Oh god, there's too many questions here. Let me take new people here. Guys, what I do is I just look at a new name and click how to improve understanding of things and priorities according to it. To understand the things, you have to have some knowledge about the things, because if the knowledge is not very clear, chances are there's a counter question. How can I start working? Guys, ask your questions in the question section, please, and not in the what do you say, in the comments column. It gets very difficult for me to follow both, right? So how to improve understanding on things and priorities according to it. So first thing is you should have knowledge, because if you don't have knowledge, you don't know how to decode the situation. So the first thing is understanding a thing, which means you think you bought a new phone. Most people, what they do, directly start using the phone. No, go and look at the manual, read the manual, understand the manual, study the manual, and have a detailed overview. Look at the manual and test it. Then what happens? You improve your understanding about the phone. Every product, when you buy something, read the manual first. That gives you better understanding. That is point number one. That's product. Situation, you should understand people, right? If smart fat blue, I've already answered how to take the right decision just few minutes before the show. Go and have a look at it, and you'll surely get that, right? So how to improve understanding and things. So coming back to that, so first thing what you got to see is, first I told you about things, read about the thing, find about things, so you have understanding about the things. Second thing is prioritize based on which is more important for me, phone, understand the things, or computer, understand this thing, or studies, learn about it. So these three things you understand, and once you know studies is important, not phone, but then through my phone I need to do my studies, then phone becomes important, but then the laptop teaches you something more, then laptop becomes important for studies. So it's all depends on what your goal is, and if whatever thing supports you to your goal is all important, and that understanding will come if you open up something and start reading about it, right? Okay, what Maitra says. Maitra, thank you. Definitely it'll help me. All thanks to God, Maitra. So nothing to worry about it. Passion can always be achieved regardless of whatever happens. Right? What now? The same people are asking me the different questions. So I like accounting and commercial field, but my family always creates pressure to get a government job. Yes. Start applying for your government job. Start studying for your government job. Start doing your free time, start working on your accounting and the commercial field which you like. Start applying for accounting and commercial jobs, and you might get a job which is on level to what your parents are expecting. Once you get that job, tell them, I got this job, this is the salary, do you want to throw this away, or you want me to go after the government job? When you show the salary package to your mother and father, there are chances 99% they will say yes. If you like accounting, go after accounting, but do temporarily what your parents want to do, so that they don't pressurize you unnecessarily. So try for the government job, free time work on accounting and commercial, free time work on applying for your accounting job. There you go. Mother happy, you are happy, and everyone is happy, right? That's how I say life is all positive. Negativity doesn't exist. Now, next question is, what is this question? Maya, Mr. Maya of nature. Sir, live the moment or gratitude. Which one should prefer the most? So live the moment or gratitude. How do you interlink it? But all I will say is gratitude. right? Because whatever you are is not because of what you are. Whatever you are is because each and every person have supported you in some way, helped you in some way, worked out in some way. That is what is making you what you are. So first thing is gratitude. You are living at the moment because your parents have decided that you have to be born in this world. So first gratitude starts with parents. So first thing, that whatever gratitude you're giving is your parents first. Then your teachers, they have taught you, made you what you are. Their information which they shared you is what has actually made you what you are. So again, gratitude. Living at the moment is fine. But the past gratitude should always be there. That keeps your ego down. Okay, next, there's two questions. Hi, Banu Nagu. Thanks a lot for joining in. Should I cut off good friends who hinder my productivity? Yes. I hope it's in one line, one answer. Hi, Sabah. Thanks a lot for joining in. What steps can I take if I want to start working while being in a university? Look around. There is so much of virtual work available. If you're working on university, night shift, evening shift, but I don't know if you can actually go at that evening shift. I don't know what your timings of your university is. So if there is something like that, find out. There's enough people who are working from home. So if you can do something like that, work it out, right? I hope, Punya, I've replied to your question. Next is question is from, please, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you have a question on Instagram, ask on the questions section. If you have questions on Facebook and YouTube, ask on the comment section, right? So, Blue, are you a psychologist? No, I'm just a normal guy. Come on. Don't see me as a positive afternoon, Banu. I'm doing very good and positive. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a normal guy who believes that life is all positive, negativity doesn't exist. I keep doing my sessions all around the world where people arrange various stuffs around. Some people call me, I'm a psychologist. Some people call psychiatrist. Some people even call me healer of the mind. Some people call me truth speaker. But for me, my reply is very, very simple. I'm just a normal person like you people, wanting to make positive free to this world. Everything what I do is as a giving back to the community. I don't charge any money for any of my sessions. It's purely as a giving back to the community, and that is it. So I don't know what should I call myself for that. So Blue, if you have some other name, let me know. But I don't think should be called as a psychologist, because I don't. Because I've talked to all different kinds of people with different walks of life. So I really want you to know that this is my future. Mechanical engineering, fingers crossed. Go ahead. That was a question. Guys, don't interlink and reply to me. I'll forget. I talk to one person, I forget. Then there. Banu, hi sir, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm always good and rocking and positive. I always say, somebody stop me, right? How to get out of mobile addiction? Okay, good question. Mobile addiction, no one is addicted to mobile, right? I have a phone, right? If people have phone, your teacher has a phone, your mother has a phone, your father has a phone, every other person has a phone. So no one is addicted to the phone. It is either Facebook, no, it's either, and I should not be using names, because nowadays it's very dangerous to use names. It can be social media, it can be messaging app, it could be entertainment, it could be pictures, it should be celebrities. There is something you're getting from the phone. Now, addiction is a different discussion. Why people have addiction? Because somewhere around you have that feeling that okay, so I got a message and my mind just flipped off. So what happens? That's why addiction happens. Let me clarify and tell you. Somewhere around you have a feeling that you have a gap in life. For example, I hope, how many of you know Devdas? Can you put a thumbs up? Devdas, Paru, have you ever heard of them? Devdas and Paru? I hope you might have, most people would have heard. Now, Devdas and Paru, due to some reason, he has become alcoholic because he didn't get Paru's love. So Paru's love has created a gap. And that gap is what is creating that alcohol to full in to get addicted to alcohol, because you want to forget that addiction. So addiction is not addicted. Now, for example, many people say I'm addicted. Addiction, there's many versions of addiction. For example, drugs is addiction, alcohol is addiction, smoking is addiction. Your mother wanting to see the TV serials at the end of the every day. If she misses a serial, her hand vibrates. That is addiction. Father has to see the 9 o'clock news, regardless of whatever it is that debate they have to see. That is addiction. You have to play mobile, that is addiction. All these addiction is because somewhere around you have some gap in life. Father frustrated about work, watch news, addiction balanced. You are frustrated about studies, goes on phone, addiction balanced. Your mother works hard work and she's not happy working home, watch TV series, addiction balanced. So it is all that frustration trying to be balanced in some form or the other. That is the reason. Fix that problem, addiction will go. Right? I hope I've answered the question, Banu Nagu. Machine lover. Sir, I ask you if there is any future in mechanical engineering. There is future in every engineering. I can tell you that. It is depends on how to work it out from there. So, hello, sir. I have anxiety disorder. How to get off it? Anno Punna 14. Now, I'm a person who believes that all these disorder and all that thing is crap. Kaur, I already answered one of your question, no? What Kaur is sitting and crying there? What is that? Okay, Kaur, I will come back to your question. After this, I will take your question. Sorry for that. Let me finish your question and I'll take your question. Don't cry. I will answer everyone's question and then only I will go. So don't worry about it. Now, I have anxiety disorder. The first question I know back to you is, who told you this? Is it your own finding or a doctor said it? Because I've talked to many people with saying, even doctors telling them, like I met a teacher who says that her doctor has said that she has COVID anxiety disorder. And I talked to made her understand that she has nothing disorder as such. Now, in simple words, anxiety, you're worried something about your future. If you go and find out what you're worried about, and if you go and find out what are the answers to solve that future, the anxiety will subside. For example, which college? And the other reason is you don't have a backup plan. That is the other anxiety. You put all your eggs in one basket. If you put all your eggs in one basket, chances are you're naturally be anxious, because what happened? The egg falls. So, but if you have one basket with 5 eggs, if you have another basket with 5 eggs, if you have another basket with 5 eggs, you're never anxious, because if this 5 eggs falls, I have this egg to hold on to. So generally what happens is, that is the reason for anxiety. Have a plan, have a backup plan. All the great people say have one plan, have that plan for the rest of your life, work it out from that perspective. Guys, have a backup plan. You'll never be anxious in life. Okay, let me take Kaur's question. My interest is in IELTS, but I'm not confident. If so, study and work hard towards it. The more you do your practice exams, the confidence will come. The more you work out, that if there's IELTS have a lot of courses around in your system. Oops. You'll have a lot of thing in your what do you say? The background with my mind just stopped for a second. Yeah. So you'll have many tests which you can try out virtually. You have pre-test, you have test training. Go do the test. The more tests you do, the more the confidence will come. It's as simple. Confidence comes by doing and not by thinking. Mr. Maya of Nature, thank you, sir. Such a wonderful reply. All thanks to God for that. Hindi में बोलो यार, ये तो English show है तो हिंदी में नहीं बोल सकता. So that is a big problem here. Maybe one day I will do a Hindi show exclusively so that I can reply. But what I've seen is, if you want in Hindi, tell me in the message column, or I will come in Hindi exclusively one day just to talk to all the Hindi people who wants to hear me in Hindi. So I know only 3 languages: Hindi, English, and Malayalam. These are 3 languages I know. So I can do sessions in these 3 languages. Other option, if you want to do other languages, someone has to come as a translator in the middle and then translate what I'm saying and translate it back. So I love commerce and accounting. My father always creates pressure to get a government job. Yes, so do. I'm not telling you to stop. Work part-time, free time. There is nothing to worry about. Keep trying. Annapurna says, thank you so much. So anxiety disorder is gone, Anu? I hope it is gone. If it's gone, let me know. That'll be a great thing to coming to know that I got another person out of anxiety disorder. Have a backup plan about your future. That is a big solution to anxiety at the end of the day. Right? God, there's so many questions which I got. I don't know which one to take. Track star 46. Sir, should uh, what should do to forget our past memories which makes us emotional? I don't know what your past memories are. Is it a girl? Is it parents? Is it a bad experience? There's many factors which you actually want to forget. Sir, मैं लोग को वो राजगर दे सकता हो. Oh my God, that's too much Hindi for me. Kalal, whatever it was, please message on the question section. I'll take it, but not Hindi. Today's English. To be fair with all the crowd, I'm only going to talk in English. If you want a Hindi show, type Hindi, 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 Hindi in Facebook, Instagram. Then I'll pick another date for coming in Hindi. If you want me to talk in Hindi, I will talk. If you want me to talk in Malayalam, I will talk. Right? So back to the question. So what should we do to forget our past memories? Now, if it is a past person, if you want to forget, first thing about your past, you can never forget. This is a very, whoever tells you that I will help you forget your past is scamming you, because no one can help you forget your past. That is the first thing. Second thing is, if something goes wrong in the past, there's two things: the situation and the person. Every past memory, let it be a girl, let it be a boy, let it be a bad teacher, let it be a bad mother, let it be a bad father, whoever it is, they're coming into your life to teach you something. Focus on the teaching. You will learn to see as a teacher, and the teacher is you, and you'll be happy about learning experience I have. And that is one way to accept your past. Second thing is the person you forgive. Second is situation. What is the learning experience? Why did I select this wrong girl? Or why did I dumped by this wrong girl? Or what is the reason behind my failure? What happened in the past? Why did my uncle do this? Why did my father do this? What is the problem? Find a solution to it. And if you fix that, that past is actually good for you and not bad for you. See it from that perspective, and that is how it is. Now, if there's any personal things which you think I'm not answering, you can message me on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever it is. You know my number, 00971 562 You can Instagram or message me on WhatsApp, and I will reply to you in the best possible way, right? Many people are worried how much I charge. All my sessions was and will always be free of charge to this world, right? Now, back to Sujit Gadade. Sir, I failed 3 times in medical exam. I am unable to concentrate in hostel because there is disturbance. Right, sir? Take a lesson from the past. Yes. So I failed 3 medical exams. Now, hostel disturbance. Now, if it's a hostel disturbance, you got to find out how can I filter out this disturbance, which means it could be putting a soundproof headphone while studying. It could be putting a light music so that the outside sound doesn't bother you. It could be, there's various factors to cut down that, right? If you think that, I don't have, go outside the university, sit underneath a tree where the crowd won't come, there also you can study. So there's many factors due to which how you can find out ways when you have a hostel life, how to filter out from the disturbance. Because if you don't filter disturbance, the concentration is not going to come. Now, you're blaming yourself because of the hostel life. That is why you failed 3 times. I don't agree with that, because there's many other factors which is actually bothering you. Now, if you fail 3 times, chances are you're doing something drastically wrong in the exams, or drastically your studying method could be wrong. So you need to fix that also, and then only you will get through that, right? I hope I've answered that question. What is this question? Why are people so pretentious? What is the exact meaning of pretentious? Pretentious. What's the meaning? Attempt to be impressed by affecting greater importance and merits than is actually possessed. Attempting to impress. So that is marketing. So sleep hard. In simple words, that is marketing. Attempting to impress by affecting great importance or merit, that is actually attempt to impress by affecting pretentious art film. Attempting to impress by affecting greater importance or merits than it is actually possible. Yeah, that is marketing. So if you do good marketing, which people do, you get the product. Now, why do people drink soft drinks? It is good marketing. You all know it's bad for health, but still you're having it. Why? Think about it. Get the answer. Then I hope I've answered that question. Uh, Sanjoti is saying, great to see me. Yes, Sanjoti, I'm going to come live every Sunday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time for the rest of my life. That's a promise I've given to the world. No more breaks now. I've taken enough breaks. Once in a while, I come live, I take a break. Now, anyone have complete option to talk with me, regardless of whatever it is, right? So, next question. Yeah, how to prepare for a perfect resume for the bank job? Only tell the truth in your resume. Many people sell fake things. Please don't do that, because whatever you put in a resume will be used against you regardless of whatever you do. So tell the truth. Second thing is, write each resume for each job you're applying, because some people look at a specific thing in that resume. So make sure you have a different resume for every job you apply, not the same resume. Many people make this mistake of putting the same resume on every same job. Third thing is what experience they're looking for. If you don't have experience, go and work in a bank for free. Any job you get, right? So that you can build up the experience. And the fourth point is, there are different good designs which people prefer now in resumes. Make sure your resume is professional enough. And the best other part is, make sure your starting of the resume is also good enough, because many people just see the first few steps and then they decide if it is good or bad or not. Now, more than that is best, more best. And go to LinkedIn, find out who that bank manager is, have a connection and submit your resume to him if it is worthy enough. It's easier to sell yourself on LinkedIn rather than applying into the HR, and HR takes it to the boss and then works. But you need to have that experience to crack that on, right? I hope, Manushi, I've given you quick ideas with that regards. Siraj Ali, I want to do UPSC preparation, want to become an IAS, but I'm deep into crypto and doing great. Now, there's two things here. One is a profession, one is an investment. So when you really look at it, one is an investment and one is a profession. You have to know how to differentiate it. Doesn't mean that your investment gives you return, you can stop thinking about your studies, because there are chances the investment can break completely. So you're putting all your eggs in one basket, now two baskets, and now slowly putting more baskets in the crypto, thinking that the crypto will also go well to you. Now I heard now most of the cryptos are crashing now. So maybe you're making money out of it. That's fine, great going. But the point is, what if the government bans it? Right? Then what happened to UPSC? So make your career in whatever you have. Free time, work on a crypto, work on whatever you want, figure it out and decode it and work it out. Manushi say, yes, sir, thank you. All thanks to God. Next question, Maya, Mr. Maya of nature. What would you do? Our goals depends on happiness or growth. What would our goals depend on, happiness or growth? Always growth, never happiness. Because happiness is very, very temporary. So make sure it is growth. If you ask me a very straightforward question, I will give you only a straightforward reply and not why. So answer is growth, and that's it. Always do every plan focused on growth. That's it. I've answered most of your questions today. So I like commerce accounting field. Okay, I've already answered that. That's it. Thank you everyone for giving me so many questions today. I've been talking for almost for 1 hour. As I told you, July and August, I'm coming to India. So if there's any place you want me to arrange a session, let me know and I will surely come down and do it. It's your call. It's your wish. I don't force anyone at the end of the day. Okay, I got a new question now. Sanjoti Sharma, Shikna. So should I seek some other job or wait for my current job to confirm? Get the job which is coming to you. Part-time, go and seek other jobs. There is no problem in seeking other jobs when you're having a current job which is confirmed. So that way, it is much more easier. Sanjoti, I hope I have answered the question. My current job to be confirmed. Apply how much ever you want, right? And work it out from there. And that would solve that problem. Chandrika is saying, happy to see you live. Yes, it's been a long break I took. Now I'm coming every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. So feel free to come join in. If your friends have any questions, if people have any questions, feel free to join in and ask as many as questions you want. so that you understand the doubts about life. As I keep saying, meet me once, clear all your doubts, and forget me. If you get all the answers which you're looking for, my job gets done, and that's all I look for. Oh, there's one question from Blue. Sir, how to know a person is wrong? Don't go so close to them, and keep as much as far away from that person. Like everyone, please keep a gap. Don't trust anyone 100%. Keep that gap. There are chances they can always go wrong. There are chances they'll always work against you. There are chances people can twist or turn with time. So if that is the concern, stay a gap with everyone outside your family. When you do that, if she does something wrong, you can get out of it. Sharing our personal to someone is good, it's bad. When you tell your personal stuff to people, there are chances they can misuse you and blackmail you in future. Share it to your family, share it to your husband if you're married to, share it to your children if you want to, and that is it, no more. Yeah. So never share your personal stuff to the world, because they can always work against you when you are weak or they want to misuse you. I hope I have given you that answer. Thanks a lot, Blue, for asking good, beautiful questions. I hope I'm giving you the answer with regards to that in a clear way also. So, how to grow faster in life? Do a lot of things faster. You will grow faster in life. Now, for example, I will give you my own personal example. All thanks to God at the end that I was able to do it. If you look at the classified, being a manager gets you to a manager at the age of 40 or 50. All thanks to God that I became a manager at the age of 30. How I became age of 30? After the age of 18, I worked and studied for the all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 years doing my BSc, doing my MBA, doing my MSc in business psychology. I did all that working and studying. So what I did was I went faster by working and studying. I made that experience working and studying. And after some time I got promotion also, but I said no to the promotion because I had to do these sessions, which is much more important for me. So I'm still stabilized in the job which I'm doing. Right? To grow faster, do things faster. And that's how you grow, than watching a movie for 3 hours and wasting that time. That's it for today. No more questions. I hope today. I think I talked a lot. It's been a long time. Continuously 1 hour I'm talking, but all I'm doing is getting prepared for my India tour also, because there it's all talk and whole day, morning, evening, afternoon talk. So I need to get prepared for that also, right? So if there's no questions, I will slowly wind up the show. Thanks a lot for everyone, Blue and Mahalakshmi and whoever was sitting on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, for everyone who was wonderfully sitting there and asking me all beautiful questions. Again, I'm going to come here. Today's what? Sunday. I'm going to come on Wednesday also. If you want me to come on Hindi, say Hindi. Right? Preeta Patil 18. Happy to see you. All thanks to God. Yes, I took a small break. Now I'm going to come every day, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And then plus July, August, I'll be in India doing the India tour. So I'm coming to Lucknow, Mumbai, Delhi, where else? Ahmedabad, Kota. So these are the places I'll be coming for sure. So if you're interested to arrange any sessions anywhere, let me know and I will surely do it, right? Hi, Kushbu. Thanks a lot for joining in. I'm slowly wind up the show if there's no question. So every day, 8 o'clock, not every day, every Sunday. Sanju saying, good evening, sir. How long time? Yes, it's a long time, but now not long time anymore, because this is coming from my third live after that. So every Sunday, 8 p.m., I'm going to come live every day to the rest of my life. That's what I've targeted in. That's why I took only 2 days. Initially, I used to come 3-4 days daily, but that's what I've targeted to. So feel free to ask me questions. If your friends have questions, if your teachers have questions, if your parents have questions, if your family have questions, anyone in the world, any age group have any questions, tell them about the show and let them ask so I can clarify in the best possible way. Make sure you share it so that people benefit. As I said, every Sunday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. And June, July, August, I'll be there in India. At that time, you can have a joint Instagram call also with me. So June first week, I go to UK. At that time, we can have a joint call. So that time, I'll do more of joint calls also, so that it'll benefit you further on. Note to inspire. Very beautiful question. Explain if there's any difference between success in life and successful life. Now, first of all, you have to define what success is. Because if success is not defined, then what happens is you can never say if you're successful or this. Now, what is, when you say success, from my point, is growth. If you are growing every day in relationship, education, health, finance, and love, again, relationship, education, health, finance, and love, you are technically successful. So if you're growing, which means you're a son, you become a better son, you're growing. If you're a student, you're 80% student, you're making 85 marks, you're growing. If you are, various other ways, you're still growing, then you're successful. Full stop it there. Don't think that. So what is the interesting question you asked me? Is there a difference between success in life? Success in life is one product. When you achieve that, that is one success in life. Successful life is when you're growing constantly. That is a successful life. I hope I've answered the question. Chandrika, thanks for a beautiful section. All thanks to God. That is it. No more questions. Okay, one more question I got. Akash, sir, if in friendship or relationship, if one-sided effort, what should be done? Leave and go. Well, you're not guys, don't think that friendship is forever. Right? It's a temporary relationship. Take it, use it, and throw it. That's how friendship is, and that's how people work. Now, I know the people many say best friends forever. That's a scam. It doesn't work out, because I'm sure you have think girls or boys, you are best friends forever. You get married to your husband and your wife, and your wife says or husband says not to talk to this best friend forever. Friendship is over. Then and there. Clear cut. Done. So there is no point in having any effort one-sided. It's just a waste of time for you and your energy. Manushar says true, sir. All thanks to God for that. That's it, guys. I think I've talked enough today, and I hope 1 hour is good enough for me to talk. And if you have any questions, or if there's any personal thing you want to ask, you can obviously personally message anytime you want to. But it's 1 hour. I think it's good enough. I think every day I'll come 1 hour. Someone wants to talk personally, message me Instagram or Facebook or whichever way it is. Message me and we can have a personal call if you want to, right? Initially, I was to do it on Zoom, but Zoom, I saw very people with less interest. So I thought, let me stick around on Instagram itself and Facebook and YouTube, so you all benefit at the end of the day. If you want to see me on a longer thing, come on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to see me this way, come on Instagram, right? But more questions, I don't know why it comes on Instagram. So that's why you see me seeing this way, because this is Instagram. And that way is YouTube and Facebook. That's the camera for that, and this is the camera for that. So if I'm looking down, it's all Instagram, because most of the questions are coming there. If I'm looking here, when the questions comes on that, right? So thank you everyone on Facebook and YouTube, and whoever's listening. I'll slowly wind up the show. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Mahalakshmi, for whoever asked the questions. From that, Priyanka, I'll be signing out. See you next Wednesday for another talk. Thank you, everyone.